Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Joanne Shearer Parkin, and I want to welcome you to this great presentation tonight that I'm going to be providing for all of you. And I'm excited to see so many people that have logged in here live. And I also want to welcome everybody who will be listening to the recording as well. My name is Joanne Shearer Parkin. I'm a registered dietitian, master's level nutritionist. I'm a wife, mother, and grandmother. And welcome everybody. Just want to tell you a little bit about myself and my Lifevantage story. And it was in 2011 that a cardiologist that was a close, dear friend and a colleague of mine at the Avera Heart Hospital in South Dakota that introduced me to Lifevantage. So Dr. Mark Gordon stopped in my office one day and invited me to a presentation he was giving, and he just said, "You have got to come, Joanne, because there's this breakthrough in nutrition that you really are going to want to know about." So I went to that presentation very much like what I'm going to be talking to you about tonight. And when I saw the scientific validation on Lifevantage flagship product, Protandim Nerve 2, I was very impressed. In fact, so impressed that I enrolled as a distributor that very morning. Because when I saw that Protandim Nerve 2 would lower oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, I knew that this was a breakthrough. Because I was familiar with oxidative stress. It's something I had been teaching to healthcare professionals, to my patients, to the public, about how damaging oxidative stress was and how it was at the root cause of heart disease, and how an injury by free radicals was what was really causing and contributing to all of the heart disease that we were seeing. So I was like, wow, I need to get out and tell my family and friends about this. And so I just had a very small beginnings with Lifevantage, and that's what I did. And, part of my story too is the fact is that when I was introduced to Lifevantage, my husband of 32 years had just passed away the year before from brain cancer. And when he passed away, I thought, we need some more powerful tools in the nutrition tool chest to help people combat oxidative stress, because my husband had been exposed to high levels of environmental pollutants and chemicals and free heavy metals, and that's all free radicals. And so I just thought there's got to be something more that we can offer people. So to me, when I saw this as an opportunity to really help people. So, I got busy and started sharing this, and, within 2 years, Lifevantage income had replaced my salary, and it just seemed like kind of a no-brainer that I should do this full time. And so that's what I've been doing since 2012. And I have since remarried to a wonderful man and my business partner, and that is Jim Parkin. And we really are living what I call the dream retirement lifestyle. We live in it's called a golf resort in Arizona, and we have time and financial freedom, and we really are loving our life right now. Okay, so let me talk first a little bit about Lifevantage. And maybe like most of you, I had never heard of Lifevantage before. And so what exactly is Lifevantage? Well, Lifevantage is a part of what we call the new gig economy. And this is a perfect blend and mesh of part-time workers with all the new technology, right? So most of you are familiar with Uber and Airbnb. Well, this is what we call the new gig economy. Lifevantage is also at the forefront of nutrigenomics. So what is nutrigenomics? Nutrigenomics is the science and the study of how nutrients and how nutrition can modify gene expression. We once thought that the genes that you were dealt with, that you're kind of doomed. You maybe have had, history of heart disease in your family, and you just kind of shrug your shoulders and say, well, I'm kind of doomed. But what we have learned is that you can modify those genes. And so, I've heard this many years ago, and that is that your genes are the loaded gun, but your lifestyle and what you choose to do with your nutrition and your lifestyle is pulling the trigger. And so that you're going to learn tonight, I'm going to be talking to you about how you can biohack and take control of your biology, how you can modify that gene expression with nutrigenomics. And I started studying nutrigenomics in 2000. And I was studying more on the personalized nutrition aspect about how we could personalize, the diet for people with cardiovascular disease and tweak their diet and help them to reduce their risk of cardiovascular disease. What you're going to learn tonight is how you can use natural products to do that as well and combine what my favorite diet is, the Mediterranean diet, to combine that with these amazing, awesome nutrigenomic products. Lifevantage is in these product categories. We are in anti-aging, skincare, pet care, energy, weight loss, and hair care. And those product categories add up to $500 billion of consumer spending every year. So I'm not going to play this video tonight just for time's sake, but I want all of you to get back to the person who invited you. And I want you to go to this website. It's biohackingyourbody.com. Biohackingyourbody.com. I want you to go to this website and watch this ABC News investigative report. Dr. Joe McCord, the formulator of Protandim Nerf 2, published his first study in 2005, showing that Protandim Nerf 2 would lower oxidative stress in everyone at every age by 40% in 30 days. And anybody in the medical, in the science world knew that that seemed way too good to be true. That just seemed like an impossibility. And so what happened was ABC investigative report sent the reporter, John Kionis, into Dr. Joe McCord's lab. And they drew his blood and they measured something called T-bars, which is a measure of oxidative stress, also a measure of your cellular age. And so John Kionis goes in there, they draw his blood, he takes Protandim Nerf 2 for 2 weeks, comes back 2 weeks later, finds out that the T-bars have been lowered by 45% in 30 days. In other words, even better than what the research studies showed. And Dr. Joe McCord says, now your cellular age is that of a young child. So what this video did, what this primetime investigative report did, was it validated exactly what they found in the study. In fact, it was even better than what they found in the study. So you absolutely are going to want to, when you get off this webinar, you are going to want to go watch that ABC News piece if you haven't already seen that.
The following.
So this is what happened after that ABC News piece aired. The next month, company received $5 million in orders, just literally overnight. Well, Dr. Joe McCord and his handful of laboratory employees, I mean, they were just a small little biotech company. They didn't have a manufacturing facilities or a distribution system to get the product out to people. So 2 years later, they finally got the product. Protandim Nerf 2 was on the shelves of 10,000 different retail stores, Walmart and CVS Pharmacy. But it just did not sell well in that type of a market because, as you're going to learn tonight, Protandim Nerf 2 is a breakthrough in a new category of drugs and supplements called NRF2 activators. So when Protandim was on the retail shelves, it was sitting on the retail shelf with the antioxidant vitamins. Again, this is not an antioxidant vitamin. It's a Nerf2 activator. Actually, Protandim should have had its own shelf with its own label that said NRF2 activator. And so consumers didn't know that, and so the product wasn't selling. So it was in 2015 that the company shifted marketing channels, and they decided to put it into person-to-person marketing. And that's why you're hearing about it now, because somebody invited you to watch this webinar and to learn about this, because there's a lot to learn, and it's exciting. I'm hoping you get excited with the information that you see tonight and hear tonight, because I sure did. So let's get started. So what is oxidative stress? I've been throwing out that term already, half a dozen times tonight. So what exactly is oxidative stress? Well, maybe you've heard of free radicals. I ask people, well, maybe you've heard of free radicals, right? Oh, yeah, I've heard of free radicals. Oxidative stress is free radical damage. What that really literally is, it's the rusting of our body from the inside out. It's really the main cause, and if you talk to doctors, they'll tell you this. It's the main theory on why we age and we get the diseases of aging. It's oxidative stress, free radical damage. I think the apple there, the cut apple, you'll see that apple that's been cut, and you'll see that one half of it is brown. That means that it's been exposed to oxygen. That's oxidative stress on the apple. So where do you get those free radicals? Well, you get them, actually, some of it you get from burning glucose in your cells. You might think of those free radicals as being exhaust. From burning glucose in your cells, you get some exhaust. But we get a boatload of free radicals from our environment. Microwaves, cell phones, pollution, car batteries, intensive aerobic exercise increases your oxidative stress. Chemicals in your food, herbicides, pesticides, heavy metals, all of that's a form of oxidative stress. And so over years, we get bombarded with these free radicals. And what do? Well, they destroy everything they bump into. I call them buzz bombs. And as a result, it's all of this cellular damage going on after decade after decade. And this is what contributes and a major cause of the chronic diseases that we see with aging, right? Everything, brain diseases, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's, multi-organ diseases such as diabetes, eye diseases, heart disease. Oh, I've already talked about that. So all of these have a common denominator, and that is oxidative stress. So this is where Protandim comes in. So what have been the solutions for reducing oxidative stress? Well, another name for those free radicals is oxidants. So now you know why over the last, 30 years at least, we have been bombarded with information about antioxidants, how we need to be eating more foods that are high in antioxidants. And really, even at one time, we were really recommending people take high dose antioxidants in a pill. We no longer recommend that, by the way. But that's still a good thing. We want you to eat all those beautiful, wonderful, colorful fruits and vegetables and still consume a very high intake of what I call the direct antioxidants. So those supplements, those antioxidant supplements and the antioxidants you get in food are direct antioxidants. Well, something that you may not have known, and I didn't know this till about 20 years ago, is that our cells make antioxidants. We make antioxidant. The antioxidants that our cells make are up to 1 million times more potent. So let's look at it this way. Okay, so the direct antioxidant, let's say you're taking a vitamin C tablet, right? So one molecule of vitamin C will neutralize and kill off one free radical. But when you activate your cells to make the antioxidants in your cells, that is one molecule of, for example, glutathione will destroy up to 1 million free radicals. So think of it this way. If oxidative stress is like your body is like a house on fire, so you want to put out that fire, right? You've got this roaring fire of oxidative stress. So if you take a direct antioxidant like a vitamin C tablet, it's like putting a Dixie cup of water on that fire. Whereas when you take Protandim Nerve 2 and you have this Nerve 2 activation, it's like having a fire hose in every room of your house. So this is what Protandim does. It is this combination of 5 herbal extracts that have been around for literally centuries, like you learned in that video. And the combination of these create a synergy. And it's the synergy of these 5 that unlock this Nerve2 protein. And this Nerve2 protein speaks to your genes and say, make more antioxidants, right? So this is why Protandim is able to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. And not only that, it supports the repair of your cells as well. So think of it this way. It's when you take Protandim, it's like having the catalytic converter in your car But it's also like sending in the mechanic, right? To repair the car and to repair the cells and to repair the damage that's been done. The most important, I think, the most important research study published on protandim nerve 2, we have 28, but the one that was published in 2016 to me was just astounding because it was funded by our own government. It was a government-funded study. And for years, the National Institute on Aging, which is a branch of the National Institute of Health, has been researching drugs and supplements and their ability to extend lifespan. Of all the supplements that they'd studied over the years, in fact, 2 of the ingredients in protandim nerve 2 have already been studied, and that would be turmeric and green tea extract. But NIA found that none of these individual supplements and ingredients would extend the lifespan of the mice. But protandim nerve 2 did, in fact, significantly extended the lifespan by 7%, which translates into 5 years in humans. And again, this is how it works. The 5 together create the synergy, so they are 1,800% more effective. Protandim is 1,800% more effective at increasing those antioxidant enzymes than if you were to take each of these individually. And you can see that individually, you don't get that much of a boost of those antioxidants. It's this synergy. This is where the power comes from. It's the synergy of the 5 ingredients. Now, some people have said to me, well, I'm just gonna go down to the health food store and I'm just gonna buy a bottle of each one of those. And I can say, I'm just gonna take one each day. Well, there's no guarantee that's going to work. In fact, I'm pretty sure it won't because it is scientifically validated that it is this formula. In fact, it's this ratios, it's this formula that unlocks that nerve 2 protein and which makes this little pill so potent and so powerful. In fact, we have 7 US patents on the formula. Now, I already talked about the scientific validation of protandim nerve 2. When I saw this, there were 7 studies. Now there are 28. I mean, I was impressed when there were 7. I'm like, wow, this is amazing, because I knew it was very difficult to get high quality peer-reviewed research on dietary supplements. And I thought, wow, that was amazing. 7 studies. Well, now I'm really amazed. This is really, really exciting to see the research coming in from all over the world. And this study, which was conducted by researchers at Washington State University, and these are people who specialize in researching nerve 2. They said that NRF2 may become the most extraordinary therapeutic, most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. Someday you are going to go to your doctor. In fact, right now, some people are already getting prescribed nerve 2 drugs because there are now 2 nerve 2 drugs on the market. But there are going to be many, many more nerve 2 activation drugs. So you're going to you'll go to your doctor and you'll show up and you say, you have XY disease. Oh, here, take this nerve 2 drug. But guess what? You don't have to wait. I always think that it's better to prevent disease than to try to treat it. So you don't have to wait. You can start now by taking protandim nerve 2 and getting all those fabulous benefits. Now, we have a companion to protandim nerve 2. It's called nerve 1, protandim nerve 1. So what does nerve 1 do? Nerve 1 activates your DNA of your cell, and through this nutrigenomic effect, it speaks to your genes and it helps and it tells your genes to boost up your mitochondria production. So why is that important? Well, the mitochondria are your energy factories. This is where all of your cellular energy is produced. And when you lose your energy factories, then your cells die. So if you get enough cellular death, then your organs and everything in your body starts being affected by all of this massive cellular death. As you can see, a lot of the same diseases that are associated with oxidative stress are also associated with the loss of the mitochondria, which we call the mitochondrial dysfunction. And so with the protandim nerve 2, you're going to lower that oxidative stress, which is destroying the mitochondria, right? Because that's why you lose your mitochondria. But then when you take the nerve 1, that helps to boost your mitochondria. So you're going to get your energy back, right? You're going to get your energy factories back. Another product in the Lifevantage product catalog is Physique probiotic called ProBio. And I've been taking probiotics for 30 years. I mean, honestly, I've been reading about it for so many years and I've been taking them. But I know now, and actually I even knew back then many years ago, that I really wasn't getting the benefit I thought I was from my probiotics. And for this reason, only 4% of the healthy probiotic bacteria in the pills I were taking, and even sometimes I'd take a probiotic powder, I realized that only 4% of those bacteria were surviving the stomach acid. So with the probiotic from Lifevantage, we've solved that problem because we have incorporated a patented BioTrack technology into the pill, which protects the bacteria from the stomach acid. And it's time release, so you get the bacteria where you need them, into your small and large bowel. And so if you look at those graphs, you'll see that without BioTrack, what are you getting? You're only getting 4% of the bacteria into your intestines. But with the BioTrack, you get up to 60%. Now, we also have an added ingredient called Wellmune. And I would advise you all to go to wellmune.com and read. There are 12 human studies there that show that this added ingredient helps to boost your immune system without overstimulation. So you just want to go see all of the health benefits of Wellmune at that website. Our company has also introduced a omega-3 product. Omega Plus has not only the DHA, EPA, omega oils that are so important for heart health and brain health, but they have added vitamin D, also omega-7 for weight management, which helps to improve your metabolism. And what's best about this is that it's very high quality fish oil. You can actually trace it from the boat to the bottle, so you can scan the label on the bottle and find out where it was actually harvested from which boat. And these are oils that are fish oils harvested from cold water fish, very pure, very wholesome. In fact, when I was at the heart hospital, we would give our patients a list of 3 to 4 branded supplements that we would trust for quality and purity, because so many of the fish oils out there are oxidized. Wow, what have we just learned about oxidation, right? Oxidized fish oils will actually increase oxidative stress in your body. So if you have ever taken a fish oil and you've gotten the fish oil burps, that's an indication that it may be poor quality and oxidized. Throw it away. You will never have that problem with this fish oil. Those 4 products make up what we call our Vitality Stack. And its Vitality Stack of products won a huge award in 2018, an international business award called the Stevie Award. We also have Nerve 2 activation for your skin. We have a skincare system that we have research showing that it reduces the appearance of aging on your skin by 5 to 12 years. It's just amazing. You have to try it. And it will, you'll see that all that rough, scaly skin that I know my husband used to have from sun damage, right? It's gone. And this skincare system is truly amazing. You just have to try it. So we are first to market with the same Nerve 2 activation ingredients in Protandim Nerve 2 are in the skincare system. So you'll really want to try it. We have a brain performance drink called Axio. Helps to your brain to perform better, more focus, concentration, mental clarity. And we have on the screen there, you're going to see the difference in this child's handwriting before Protandim and Axio and after. And you can see for yourself the difference that these 2 products have made in the school performance of this child. We have a physique weight management system. We have 3 products in this system. And the purpose of the system is to complement any nutrition and fitness program you might choose. And the products help you to lose the right kind of fat. So they help you to lose the fat and keep the lean, because your muscles are it's just really a fat burning machine. I mean, this is where your metabolism comes from is when you have a high amount of lean body mass. So you want to preserve your muscles when you're trying to lose the fat, and that's what these products do. We have Nerve 2 activation for your hair. This is unbelievable. So we're first to market with Nerve 2 for your skin, and now we have Nerve 2 for your hair. Extremely clean formula, 95 to 98% pure and clean. And again, it protects your scalp against environmental insults. You can see just on the screen here, just some before and after pictures. We have this amazing serum, this hair serum, that helps to support normal hair growth. So people are really loving that, to see fuller, thicker hair. So again, amazing product. And last but not least, we have Nerve 2 activation for dogs. It's called Pet Tandem. Again, same Nerve 2 ingredients in adult human pet pro tandem are in Pet Tandem for the dogs. In fact, we just had a new customer here just this month, because we were over at a friend's house and noticed that a dog, a 12-year-old dog, and you know, the family pet was limping around, and Jim noticed that and said, hey, what if I bring over a bottle of Pet Tandem, you know, for your dog? And our friend said, sure, we'll give it a try. Well, within 2 weeks, the dog was limping, right? The limp was gone. So they were pretty excited that they're really, their pet, their, you know, dear friend was feeling better. Okay, so that's our product catalog. So you're probably wondering, you know, how do we get started? You know, how do I buy the products? Well, first of all, you definitely want to get, if you're a guest, you want to get back to the person who invited you here tonight and get more information certainly about that. But we have a couple different levels that you can choose, and one is as a preferred customer on a subscription program. And when you do that, when you become our preferred customer on a subscription program, you can purchase our products at a wholesale cost, the same level as distributors. And so we offer, you can buy products individually, or you can buy them in different stacks. And when you buy them in the stacks, then you are available for free shipping as well. Now, if you're like me, and if you're really loving the information that you're hearing, and if you're like Rolodexing, you know, the names of family and friends like I was when I was hearing this information, then you should consider purchasing one of our distributor packs. Because of these distributor packs, $50 of these packs is sales literature. The rest of it is, these are products. This is to help you get started with using and consuming and using the products, right? So that you can become a product of the product. And when you do that, you get a distributor ID. You're going to get a free replicated website so that you can send your customers, your distributors, to your website to shop. And then the company will ship the products. So you're just kind of out of that aspect of it. You're basically there just to share, just word of mouth marketing, right? You're finding something that you really love. You found something, products that, you know, that you could, you know, yourself, you could take and would love to share with others. And you get paid to get out and share this with people. When we talk about money, we need to talk about distributor compensation is required by FTC, but we're very, very proud and we're delighted that we can share this information with you because what you're seeing on your screen is actual compensation earned by distributors at the various ranks, or we have ranks 1 through 10. We actually had a couple more on 11 and 12. But as you can see is that the distributors at the middle ranks of our company are making anywhere from, up to $1,200, like $1,200 a month, up to $6,000 a month, just at the mid ranks of our company. So what I have learned is that this is what most people are looking for. They're looking for an extra $500, $1,000, $2,000 a month. In fact, when I joined Lifevantage, that's what I was looking for, because when my husband passed away, I was a couple $1,000s a month short in my retirement account, really to be able to live comfortably and live the lifestyle I wanted to live in retirement. And, you know, I was so excited because I was able to hit that level, this Premier Pro 5 level, in a year. And I was just so excited thinking, I'm not going to be stuck in my windowless office until I'm in my 70s. And I retired early from my job. In fact, I moved on right past that and went up to a Pro 7 level. So how do you make the money in Lifevantage? Well, there are 8 different ways that you're going to get paid. You're really paid to build a network of consumers and a network of distributors. And this is really, it's a different concept than traditional retail sales. You're paid to build a distribution network. Now, we have, like I said, 8 different bonuses. 4 of those are residual income bonuses. So residual income means that you do the work once and you get paid over and over again. In other words, once you build that network, you keep having that residual income coming in month after month. And you know, all of our products are consumable. So there's a lot of stability with this business because of because of those consumable products. So we have a great, wonderful, awesome support system for distributors that come into our business. We have a system to help people for training and helping you to grow and help you to build your business. So you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And this is very exciting. You can build a global business. I mean, I'm so excited. I've been so excited to be able to grow up in Lifevantage in terms of my business, because when I joined the company, we were only in the United States and Japan. We are now in 21 different companies, actually 22 now, because we just added Spain. Actually, we can't keep up, right? Because they keep expanding globally so fast. So we're taking our business, definitely this is going globally rapidly. And if you're thinking, if you're a guest on this webinar tonight, and if you're like me, I was really looking for something. You know, I was looking for that extra couple $1,000s a month for my retirement. And so if you're like me, need some extra income, I would say that you're at the right place, at the right company, at the right time. You know, Lifevantage is a publicly traded company. We advertise our quarterly financials, and we've had the best quarterly financials that we've ever had just this last quarter. But we're not going to stay where we've been at 210, 212,000. We are moving on up toward momentum. We're not quite there yet. What you see on the screen is the Drucker Business S-curve. Every business goes through this, right? We've been through the pioneer and formulation period. We're moving on up that Drucker S-curve. Once we get to branding and critical mass, then momentum will hit, and that's where 80% of the growth will happen. With business, it's about timing, timing, timing. And again, so if you're thinking, you know, hey, I've been looking, I sure could, I'd love to have a home-based business. I could work from home that I could take anywhere. That's just like for Jim and I, it's a dream business for us. I can tell you in retirement, you know, we set our own schedule. We can take this with us wherever we go. So if you'd like that type of freedom, then this business can offer that for you. And so with that, I'm going to close. I want to close with this quote, and that is, never depend on a single income. Make an investment of time and effort to create a second source. There's a saying that I love, and it is, dig the well before you are thirsty. So for our guests, I just want to thank you so much for joining in tonight. It's been wonderful having you on this webinar. And I want you to get back to the guests, to the distributor that invited you. And they're going to ask you these 3 questions. And so they are, you know, are you looking for better health? Which one of the products that I talked about tonight are you most interested in? You know, could you see yourself getting started? And maybe can you see sharing this with others? I mean, were you thinking about, you know, an aunt, an uncle, you know, or maybe a sibling or someone that you know with some health issues? You know, you're thinking, oh my goodness, they could really use this. Well, then talk to the person who invited you and look at those different enrollment packs and decide which one of those is going to be best for you. Or do you need more information? You know, I talked kind of fast, threw out a lot of big terms, maybe you'd never heard before. So maybe you just, you know, maybe you just want to get some questions answered. So I really invite you to get back to the person who invited you and get those questions answered. So with that, I'm going to sign off, and I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. It's been wonderful having you all on. I really appreciate you coming on my webinar tonight. So good night and God bless.